to make that point. Certainly no touches in the Arsenal box. 11 already from Arsenal.
And that speaks everything about the start of this game. Total domination from the home team. It's a faster start than you maybe would have expected after the efforts of a midweek Champions League game. But Arsenal look fresh as a daisy at the moment.
The whole stadium appealed that handball. It's Bellegarde. He can't do that.
Basketball.
Here's Saliba. Considering the absentees and considering the opposition, not many Wolves supporters would have had high hopes for this particular match, but Arsenal really are flowing. Martinelli might go himself. Trossard. There were muted appeals for a handball in there. And a shot from Martinelli close to the arm of Kilman, but I think he's okay. There are 2 shouts. Arsenal will get a free kick right on the edge of the area. And you know it's a good sign for Arsenal when all their attacking players seem to be in the groove at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they don't quite know whether to stick or twist at the moment, Wolves. They can't get tight. They don't want to drop off. There's the foul on Martinelli, which is very clear the way he just drops his shoulder. But then there's a couple of handball shouts. And first one here with Kilman, I think his arm's down by his side. It does strike his left arm, but it's in a natural position. Rightly looked at, but rightly dismissed from any kind of handball.
There was one just after that as well. They were checking 2, but both have been cleared.
They're both very similar, weren't they? Just players trying to come out and block, and the arms were in a natural position down by the sides.
This is a pretty good position to test Bentley. For Trossard. Rice lingering on the edge of the penalty area. The ball's pretty deep.
Just feeling this ball's going to get fizzed into that back post area with real pace from Trossard.
Will it be laid off to Rice? We're about to find out. Trossard. And it drops to Rice. And that will be a corner.
He knows that was a good hit. On his left foot as well as the ball comes out. This is a good strike from Declan Rice. That's not an easy one to control on your weaker side. And luckily for Wolves, it goes straight into one of their players.
Couldn't you have got it in the way of that free kick, Arsenal? Niasu, the back post. You really do mix up their set pieces, Arsenal. One of the most effective sides in the league from set pieces. Trossard to take this corner. Ødegaard, the only player not in that penalty area. It reached Saka. Here's Ødegaard. Rice. Martinelli almost turned around Kilman. That's the confidence at the moment. Just everything. Just really making life very difficult indeed for Wolves.
I mean, they're in the mindset to do things like this, try and twizzle and turn and twist their way out of these kind of situations. Like you say, that's the confidence and the feel around this team and this stadium at the moment.
So Bentley into that Arsenal half. Wolves haven't spent much time in there at all. Is Saliba. Tomiyasu. They won't mind. Wolves trying to press them here, Arsenal. Well, that's a heavy touch from Saka. Kilman. It's Kilman again. Left-footed centre-back on the right of the back three.
Look at that pressure for Gabriel Jesus as well. I mean, 2-0 up. Arsenal in full control, but the intensity hasn't dropped one bit. Here's Ødegaard now. He's going to be on his bike, backed up by Rice. I mean, that's what this Arsenal team are all about at home at the moment. Just trying to suffocate teams and not allow them any time with the ball.
Of course, they know, even in the Premier League, even if you are 2-0 up, the game is not done, even with so much time to play.
Certainly against Wolves as well. They've had a good record from losing positions this season. They're a team that don't give up easily.
Here's Saka, team from Winner. Doyle, But just was Traore short. Erdegaard can't retain it. Here's Cunha. Carries the ball well. Bueno. No, back to Cunha. Near that Arsenal goal, as close as they have been, really, is Doyle. Totti. Arsenal supporters responding to the fact that Wolves have the ball. Here's Cunha, looking to link up with Wang. He can't. Getting back there was Trossard. Tomiyasu goes forward. There's nobody there. Find themselves in a better position here, Wolves, but Lens have themselves in these sort of positions quite often at the Emirates.
Nearly got in Arsenal's box, didn't they? But
on this period, Arsenal have had to defend in the match so far. Force back to Bentley. So far?
Yeah, delivery into the box and cross from wide. Wang just couldn't get hold of the ball. He tried to just have that little kind of half volley control and bring it back inside for a shot, but it's a tough one to manage.
Wang looking for that moment. Top scorer for Wolves this season. Bellegarde, good balance to shrug off Saka. Bueno, good step over. Still Tomiyasu tight to him though. Arteta happy with the defensive effort there, but once more, of course. Cunha. Challenged by Erdegaard, but it has been given as a free kick.
And I can only think that Odegaard caught Cunha before the ball here, because it looked like the ball came off at an angle and in fact he didn't get any of the ball. He's complaining to the referee, but to me that didn't look like a touch on the ball there from Martin Odegaard. It's the right decision.
Peter Banks awarding that free kick to Wolves. Can they create something here? Tommy Doyle. Produced here, the young midfielder. That's a brilliant ball. Totti was arriving at the back post, was close to it, but ultimately a goal kick.
Well, just had a lovely flight to this delivery from Tommy Doyle. Timing of the run from Totti, it's got that momentum. He just can't get there, but really dangerous free kick from that wide area.
Here's Erdegaard. Raya. This is all a bit tight for Arsenal here. Trossard lacking his ability. Tomiyasu. Can they get out here, Arsenal? Bueno, asking to win it. That will be an Arsenal throw-in the end. It's been a better 5 minutes or so for Wolves.
Yeah, just pressing high up and trying to make life difficult for Arsenal. Gary O'Neill would have wanted his team to do that, wanted to set up, to be able to go and press, be defensively sound, but when they can, go and apply pressure to Arsenal, they will take a risk with the ball. We've just seen that. So if you've got the pressure right and you can maybe force an error, that turnover in that area of the pitch is exactly what Wolves are looking for.
Certainly seen more of the ball recently. Wolves, 80% of the ball. Gabriel. Here's Saliba. Erdegaard. Try for Arsenal. Possession.
It's just interesting, Trossard and Martinelli just having a little switch of position. Trossard finding himself out on that far left-hand side and Martinelli a bit more central. And he got a licence just to roam a little bit more.
Bentley just calming things down. after that fast start from Arsenal. Now that pass from Totti wasn't the best, and Rice latching onto it to drive Arsenal forward, to win the corner there. Bueno, Totti. Oh, did well in the end, and it might open up here for Wolves, although Zinchenko is across with Semedo and loses it to him. And the Portuguese picking the pocket of Zinchenko, and Martinelli back there helping out. And that will go down very well indeed in this stadium.
Superb from Martinelli. Rightly so, Arsenal fans off their seats. When your teammate makes an error, like Zinchenko did there, that's exactly what you want. That kind of response from players around you is brilliant.
It's close to just throwing that ball straight out of play there, and then an error again from Zinchenko. Here's Tomiyasu, and can he get Saka away? It's a race between Saka and Totti. Totti didn't take the chance of sliding in there. Saka looks for the ball across to Martinelli, and he looks for the corner, hit the post. It was so calm. Rice on his left, drags it wide, wants the corner, appealing for it, gets it. But Martinelli, what would you like?
Well, I think this one here, Totti's got to just try and get this and clear this. At the moment he allows Saka to come inside, Wolves are so stretched. Martinelli has the run on Semedo, opens his body out and just tries to place that gently into that far post, very, very close. The right idea, just into that far post corner.
See the way Martinelli, how far away he was from Semedo there. That didn't come along after he trapped Semedo. In fitness levels. Determination. Saka. This corner for Arsenal. They look for more. In from Saka, that's a tester for Bentley. It's awkward, but it falls to an Arsenal shirt. Traore clears it away. Ødegaard. Trossard. Saka. Swings it in! Oh, it's there to be turned into the back post for Jesus, but he couldn't do it.
Well, that should be another goal for me. And from Gabriel, because he gets so high, just mistimes it here. If he just gets the connection on that, it's in the back of the net. Maybe Jesus would have been in an offside position if he'd have touched this, but this connection here from Gabriel, if he makes good contact there, the ball's going to be in the back of the net. It's another piece of lovely pressure from Arsenal, again from a set play. Except they're just so dangerous from those crossing positions.
Well, more problems for Wolves. It's Kilman down at the moment. And it has been mounting problems for Wolverhampton Wanderers this week. Gary O'Neill will, of course, he would, of course, know that this would be a difficult place to come because he's come here before, earlier this year, with Bournemouth. A dramatic game when his side were 2-0 up at the Emirates, and Arsenal with a famous recent comeback. They scored 2 goals to make it 2-2. And they were chasing that title. They were top of the league at the time. And then, deep in added time, Reece Nelson with the winner for Arsenal. A very famous recent moment in this ground. They thought that time that might be the goal that would take them to the title, but it wasn't quite to be the case for Arsenal. But they're back again another season and giving it another go and looking good for it.
I will say it's the calmest I've seen Mikel Arteta for quite a while, sir, in those kind of situations. Normally you get an opportunity for a huddle on the touchline there. He is going at it with his team, he's animated, he looks very, very calm and shall I say, content in his team's first half performance so far.
Well, he is 1 yellow card away from suspension.
Yeah, that could have something to do with it.
Maybe, I don't know. Doubt it.
And he's going to have a shiner in the morning, isn't he? That is a flying forearm to the eye for Kilman as Gabriel gets up there is completely accidental. It's just leverage to try and win the ball. His elbow catches him right in the eye. That's the reason for this delay.
The good news is that Maximilian Kilman is relatively okay as it stands, but the captain. But here are the 2 goals for Arsenal, and what a pair of goals they were. First, Bukayo Saka, and then Martin Odegaard. But look at the build-up, the one-touch football, and the finish.
That's not an easy hit either from Odegaard. There's a little bit of a bobble on that pass. Wasn't quite perfect. So the pass from Zinchenko had a little bit of a bounce on it, but Martin Odegaard has got the technique to control that into the corner. It wasn't an easy first-time finish, that.
Are you saying a lucky break to Saka on the first as well?
Yeah. Bit scruffy.
Bit scruffy, yeah. Well, strong first half for Arsenal. If you are only just joining this game now, Wolves losing Jose Sarr after the 2 goals are scored. An issue with his back. So Dan Bentley between the sticks. Here's Jesus. Traore trying to get near him. Zinchenko. Now Odegaard. Saka, Tomiyasu on the overlap. He did so well. He's done so well. Here's Rice. Zinchenko into Trossard. One back by Arsenal. Traore. His teammate in the way. Cunha ran into problems. Here's Zinchenko. We haven't seen inverters often in this game, and that just shows the control that Arsenal had in the midfield.
Just hasn't needed to come in there, has he? The space has been really occupied and dominated by Arsenal's midfield 3. He's just found himself in that regular left-back position most of the time.
There's Odegaard again. Tomiyasu, Saka. Tomiyasu clipping into Jesus. Kilman strong enough there. This is awkward for Saliba. And now awkward for Raya. He buys himself a few more seconds. Trossard. A little flick. Doesn't work out for Arsenal. Here's Doyle. Body's back for now. The home side is Traore. Totti. Bueno. Bellegarde. Totti. Doyle stretching the play to Semedo. Zinchenko defended well that time. Here's Trossard. Rice. Wolves working hard to try and keep Arsenal in, but they got out. Odegaard. Martinelli on the move. Zinchenko. Martinelli. Rice. Odegaard. Needs to slip it through to Saka, not quite. Now Bueno. And there's Trossard immediately knowing he's to get in position to win that back.
A great response from Trossard to his teammate. Losing the ball, but that little run from Saka again is such a sharp little darting out to in. Martin Odegaard is constantly looking for that pass, isn't he? I mean, as a fullback or a wing-back coming to the Emirates, you've just got to be so aware of that ball getting played inside you.
Trossard, the most experienced player in this Arsenal side, turns 29 on Monday. I think it is still a relatively young Arsenal outfit. Here's Bueno. Totti gives that forward. There's Saliba tight to Hwang. And if Saliba doesn't get you, Declan Rice will. Frustration for Hwang. Erdegaard. Tomiyasu. Now Hwang tries to win it back. Rice. Good work, but Cunha and Hwang having to get through a lot of work up front. Trossard, good turn. Will he look to send Saka? Tomiyasu on to Saka. Again, Wolves forced back into a back five. Tomiyasu won't quite get to that. Here's Erdegaard. Now Saka. Tomiyasu. Erdegaard. Waiting for the challenge. Saka out to Tomiyasu. Erdegaard movement ahead of him. Here's Saka. Totti made the challenge and made it well. And it is a free kick towards the end. Could have gone the other way.
I'm not too sure if that is a foul from Tomiyasu. Thought he reacted quickest here to this loose ball. I don't think he does too much wrong there. Erdegaard just going to ground very easily, wins that foul, takes a bit of pressure off Wolves.
Well, has a good record against Wolves as a manager. Did lose both meetings though against them in the 2021 season. A season that feels a long, long time ago now for Arsenal. Side to a struggling team make the top 10 of the Premier League. Now very much in the mix for the crown. Is Semedo. Kilman. That's not the best pass from the Wolves captain. And Erdegaard. And Jesus. Here they come again. But that's well held actually by Bentley in the end. Jesus had the option to square it as well.
Yeah, it's one of those chances where you probably have a little bit too much time to think about what you're going to do here. Gabriel Jesus, he gets his head up and he decides very early, but he just doesn't execute that very well. Not enough power on that shot, or just a little bit of lift, Seb, just to dink that into the far post with a bit of height. Would have really caused Bentley a few more problems.
3 minutes into the 7 of added time. After a couple of injury issues for Wolves, and saw Jose Sarr have to leave the field. Max Kilman, though, covered enough to carry on. Hwang. Got that just off to Cunha, who's going to run Gabriel here. Cunha, strong run. And they've got numbers for it. Cunha gets round Gabriel, but not completely.
Well, that's good defending in the end. I mean, I thought he just got the right side of him, but it was a lunging leg from Gabriel, his left foot there, just to quickly get that ball before Cunha could get there. Really good battle.
Yes, he did get the ball, has been checked and cleared, and Arsenal come forward again. Rice. After that flying start, things settled down a little bit, but Arsenal still retains that element of control of this game. Erdegaard, will he swing one in or clips one in? That's easy enough for Bentley. I suppose those sort of positions are where Kai Havertz might come into play more in the second half, but Gabriel, brilliant piece of defending in the end.
Yeah, because his legs were well and truly feeling that kind of effort. He had a long run. Those kind of surges of activity can really tire you out. He had to quickly adjust his position. Cunha just wanted to get the wrong side of him, and that outstretched left foot just gets to the ball first. It was a really good battle between the two. We haven't seen quite enough of that having from Wolves. Hwang and Cunha haven't been able to stretch Arsenal anywhere near as much as what you see them do a lot of other teams. They really are a good team running down those channels or in the space behind.
If you added Pedro Neto to that mix, it made them an Really good attacking outfit. We go back again to their opening match of the season when, before the campaign, people were worried about whether Wolves might struggle this season, but their first performance at Old Trafford when they were so unfortunate not to leave with something. And they lost Mateus Nunes in the midfield to Manchester City. And it didn't knock them too much.
I think it was Cunha in that game.
Arsenal, after starting with one. They might do, but it's dragged wide in the end by Trossard.
Well, not one of his best hits of this game. Lovely bit of skill from Martinelli. He wants to go to the near post there. Trossard's a lot of bodies in the way as well. He's never really going to make that challenging effort on goal, but just another little flash example of the speed at which Arsenal can attack in this game.
So yeah, Arteta mixing things up in that position on the pitch. Trossard starting 3 Premier League games in a row. Havertz in that position now. This might be a moment for Wolves. Raya. Well, Wang was just in there. And the chance has gone for Wolves. But that would have really changed the complexion of his first half. And it's still Mike Cunha. And then Trossard, that's a bit of a messy challenge. And he's maybe fortunate to get away with a yellow card here.
It was a messy passage of play. A little bit of indecision here between Zinchenko and Saliba. Nobody really deals with this. Zinchenko doesn't properly, and I thought David Raya was going to get beat here. I thought he needed to really come out and deal with it. He doesn't. Fortunately, Hwang just can't get there. He just hits Raya's legs, but I thought the goalkeeper could have been a little bit more proactive in coming out and claiming that ball.
But a reminder again of how quickly things can change in the Premier League, and they do have another chance here, Wolves. Tommy Doyle. Plenty forward as well. Swung in. Arsenal haven't cleared it too far. Dawson. That will be a free kick. And half-time. And Arsenal, what a start they made to this game. 2